back. The fans certainly showed up today, and this was just a practice. How excited are you to have their support and to see them fill the seats here at Paul Brown Stadium?
We got a tremendous fan base. You know, they're very passionate. They want to support a winner. We're going to make them very proud to be Cincinnati Bengal fans. And so, again, it's an unbelievable turnout today. The weather certainly cooperated. I was glad to see everybody.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Welcome, it's the Queen City Stripes podcast. I'm your host, Ray Summers. Got my co-host, man, Maverick. Man, tell him what's up, bro.
What's up, everybody?
Hell yeah, man. Welcome back. Football is here. Who day? Excited, man. I know Mav's excited. I'm excited. We got a lot to get to. Got a good show for y'all, man. Got a lot of topics to get into. A lot to cover. We'll start off, man. How was the summer break, bro? How was summer break?
It was great. Loved it. Now I'm ready for fall and football.
We're here. We're in August right now. Had summer birthdays. My birthday was in June. Matt's birthday was in just recent, maybe a week and a half ago in July. Had a dope birthday cake. Had a Bengal birthday cake. I'm a post on here right now. Who made that?
Had to have the Bengal theme.
Yeah,
Family member of mine made that cake for me as a gift.
Shouts out to that person, you know. Y'all had the whole Bengals theme for your birthday, or just the cake?
Nope, I kind of went with the theme. I was in my jersey, had a Bengals tablecloth thing set up, football plates, you know.
What was the cake made out of? Was it red velvet, or was it just regular cake?
Some type of vanilla bean. I can't remember exactly what it was. All I know it was delicious.
Ooh. Yep, it was red velvet.
Didn't just look great, it was delicious too.
I believe it. It looked good. It looks good. Yeah, looking at this picture, it looks really good. You know, yeah. Kudos to that person making that cake. You know, like I said, we got a lot to get into, man. Coming off the summer break, we back. Want to give it to y'all. Like I said, every week, man, since the season's here. Let's go into the OTAs. OTAs reaction. I'm gonna tell you this, from what I've seen on the OTAs, all the clips I've seen from on social media, Bengals.com, etc. I'm gonna start with the defense. The defense looks amazing. I don't know what's his name? Lou what?
Defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Lou Anarumo.
Yeah, Lou Anarumo. Great, whatever you doing, great, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the defense looks more faster, look more aggressive, playing with a sense of urgency. Literally, they're covering, I'll say literally, for all gaps is being covered in a split second. The vision is there, everybody's ball hawking. For literally from vertical, horizontal, diagonal, all ways on the compass. The defense is covering everything. Yeah, they're making Joe Burrow work out there. So I'm excited to see where the defense goes going forward. The offense looks nice. Jamar Chase doing what he does. Offensive line is still getting some work. One name we will mention was Jackson Carman. Jackson Carman. They're still doing work on him. I'm not sure. I mean, he wasn't practicing with the first team reps, but he was still doing a lot of developmental drills to be on the first team reps. I mean, I guess we could both say we're expecting him to start eventually.
I think he'll start out the gate.
You think week 1 he'll be on the starting out the gate? I think eventually he would start. I don't know when, but I think eventually, just a little bit more work. But I mean, we'll see when it comes down. Other people we want to get into of the rookies, Wyatt Hubert. It had to be him. Out of everybody. And I told everybody on maybe episode 1 or episode 2, the Stripe Chasers, I told you, each time we come into the new year, when football season is right around the corner, literally, you can see it. Like right around the corner, you can see it right around the corner. Somebody has to rip a titty on the way.
Every year,
and it had to be Wyatt Hubert. And I hope he's all right, man. Like, I'm sure he'll be out. I mean, I'm sure he'll be back, like, stronger than ever next season. Who knows? Like, if we make it to the postseason, he might be back. I mean, unless they declare him out for the whole season.
that all depends.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if they want to hold a roster spot open the whole season for him for being a rookie.
Yeah, I want to be that thirsty either. Unless you really needed him out there. But yeah, I want to be that thirsty either to rush him out there. But we did have some new signings on the way. I mean, not on the way, but during the summer OTAs, we picked up two pieces for the offensive line. We picked up the center from Arizona Cardinals, Lamont Gilliard from Chicago, and also we picked up Lamar Gilliard from Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona.
And then we picked up Gunnar Vogel from Chicago Bears. I was drafted and originally came from Northwestern University. For both of these, I didn't really get enough. I didn't see enough film for Lamont, but I did see a lot of film from Gunnar Vogel or Vogel, where you want to say it. I don't see him playing right now, but I can see with developmental, like he'll be on the practice squad of now, and then maybe down the road, if something happens to our offensive line, he'll be geared up and ready. Maybe it could be mid-season. You never know. Anything can happen to this offensive line during the season. Somebody could get injured. I mean, you know how the NFL works, yeah. But I mean, other than that, who else I want to mention off the OTAs? Jamar Chase been doing well. He doing what he does. Already talked about the defense because Matt Kilton's doing good. Evan McPherson's doing good. I'm not forgetting names. Tyler Shelvin, he's been developing pretty good. Like I said, all the pieces that we picked up so far, from what I've been seeing, they got the right pieces that's in this organization. I can tell you that, just flat out. But we got to see how they perform as the season goes on. Anything you want to add to those characters?
No, you pretty much summed up with that.
I'm about to say, like, that's just a little mild. I'll call it mild summary of what the new rookie's been doing during the OTAs. Also during the OTAs, Joe Burrow finally first came back onto the field for the first time, which made me hella paranoid just seeing him on the field. But it was good to see him out there with the team, doing reps. He seemed unfazed, seemed very confident. His decision making it just seemed like he didn't miss a beat, to be honest.
Came back leaner.
Yeah, came back like focused. Like he knew what time it is.
Worked on his mechanics.
You name it. He done it like, yo, I don't know what else you want this dude to do. But like I said, we're gonna see when the season like goes on. I will say this though, with all this, I want to say tension, but I'll relate it just the Bengal thing. This big war in the city right now, and the turnout that me and you and friends of the show saw on Saturday. Everybody is they're sold on this Zach Taylor era.
Oh, the vibes are high.
Yeah, the vibe is, it's super high.
Everybody's ready for this team.
When was the last time you seen the Bengals get this much TV exposure, bro, on the off season? Bro, I'll say since T.O.
I'm not going to go I won't go that far back.
I'll say deep like that, like training camp wise, when T.O. came in. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
I'll say getting this much attention, I'd say probably with Dalton and A.J. Green's third year.
Of course.
Because no one expected them to do what they did. But what I think the way that people, including myself, feel about the offense, it reminds me of the 2005 Bengals with Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, T.J. Houshmandzadeh, Chris Henry, Rudy Johnson. Now you got it again with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon.
Bro.
Sky's the limit for this team, and it's got everybody hyped, ready to go, especially now that everybody's been allowed back at the stadium.
Preach.
Everybody gets to see Burrow for the first time.
Preach.
You know, the hype is real. You know, we saw it there, and which we'll get into later when we were, at the training camp. But everybody's ready to see what they can do this year, especially with Burrow being back, and also seeing how, well his leg is.
Right. And along with it, he has 2 of his college mates with him here in Cincinnati. My boy, that is Moss.
The Bayou Bengals betting to the Cincinnati Bengals.
That is Moss. And you got Jamar. And then you got the pieces he was messing with, like when he first came in. I'm telling you, like you said, sky's the limit. But I will say, can we both agree that for Zach Taylor, this is it? Like, there's like no excuses after this.
There has to be major progression.
He got the staff he wanted, got the players he wanted. I guess we could say majority of the Marvin Lewis era players is gone.
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
I'm gonna say at least on the defense.
Yeah,
defense damn near new. The whole thing is new.
Right. On paper, this team has potential to do a lot. They just got to get it together now.
Thank you.
Year 3, as long as we don't get plagued with injuries, God forbid, which I hope we don't.
Thank you.
And everything goes at a clean slate, there's no reason this team can produce.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all up here.
Yeah, definitely mentally. That's definitely mentally, yeah. And that's probably like one of the problems I will point out that the Bengals had like in the last couple of years is the mental preparation aspect.
Right. Burrow showed last year he just needs a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Keep within the game. He always has a chance to go for the win.
Exactly.
He just needs the chance. You got to play a clean game the whole way through. And all that's up here.
Mm-hmm. Got to be disciplined. It all comes down to discipline.
So Taylor's got the squad this year. Got to do it.
Got to do it. Literally, like, to remind everybody, I don't know if everybody knows, this is year 3. Taylor is sitting at 6-25-1. This is it. This is it. So it's like, you saw the turnout. We're going to get into our reaction on that later. The turnout was amazing. The build up to this was amazing. I mean, it was a rough path. I mean, me and you talked, like before we even started this whole show with the Queen City Stripes, like, we're like, yo, like, what the fuck is Taylor doing, bro? Like, like, what are they doing? They just like, but like you told me, like, yo, just relax on some Aaron Rodgers shit. Relax. It's a rebuilding process. And I think you called it. You said like I think this year 3, this should be the year when he gets all the pieces he needs. And now it's time to show and prove. Like we said before the draft happened, show and prove.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, everybody. We'll definitely see. But what I definitely want to get into after talking about Zach Taylor, his record, I want to get into the new COVID policy that they got going on this year. That's the vaccinated, unvaccinated. First, the unvaccinated. And I'm going to play you guys a little YouTube video. We'll give our reaction afterwards. Let's get into this real quick, man.
The NFL announcing hardline policies about unvaccinated players. ABC's Zachary Kish breaks down the new rules for us. Good morning, Zachary.
Eva, good morning to you as well. The headline from the league essentially is you got to play if you want to get paid, but the fine print on this one encourages, if not flat out demands, that NFL players get vaccinated. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell outlined what this season might look like in a memo to teams on Thursday. In it saying, quote, if a game can't be rescheduled and is canceled due to a COVID outbreak among non-vaccinated players on one of the competing teams, the team with the outbreak will forfeit. That means both teams lose game checks. That's a big deal for these players. But the commissioner also says if there is a virus outbreak among vaccinated individuals, the league will, quote, attempt to minimize the competitive and economic burden on both participating teams, ushering a clear incentive for teams to set their own vaccine mandates. Some players took to Twitter to speak out. Arizona Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, in a since-deleted tweet, writes, never thought I would say this, but being put in a position to hurt my team because I don't want to partake in the vaccine is making me question my future in the NFL. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Leonard Fournette tweeting, "Vaccine, I can't do it." But the players' union reminded the players that the same basic rules applied last year, writing, "The only difference is the NFL's decision to impose additional penalties on clubs which are responsible for the outbreak and the availability of proven vaccines." So this touches on a couple different levels. Of course, the safety of these players, the health of the league, but also the bottom line. Matt?
Zachary, thank you.
Yeah, man. I don't, bro.
I don't like that they hinted at what they would do if both teams met the vaccination requirement, but they didn't mention if they would still have to forfeit or not.
I think wasn't there a fine involved? It was like 14 bands. It was like 14,000 I saw.
Mm-hmm.
If it was an outbreak on the team, I think that player would get fined like 14,000, whatever.
Well, I don't see how you can. I mean, they didn't choose to get, the kid sick. Well, I mean, I guess you could say they don't get the vaccine, but I don't know.
This is tough. It's just tough, man. Like I said, I don't want to speak for the players, but I mean, seeing from Hopkins and Fournette being like, I mean, I'm sure there's more players that's frustrated. I think I saw Cole Beasley was frustrated about it. I
know they said with the vaccine, if you test positive and you got the vaccine, as long as you get 2 negative tests in a 2-day period, you can come right back onto the team. But if you're not vaccinated, it's mandatory. You're out for 2 weeks.
Crazy. But in the meantime, though, like, would these players, the unvaccinated players, would they have to get tested like twice a week, something like that?
I think 2 or 3 times a week. I think it might be twice.
And that's with the Q-tip in the nose experiment. Oh Lord!
I don't know if you had to have a COVID test yet. I have, and it sucks.
Bro, that's just looking at the reaction.
It hurt. I did not like it at all.
Bro, it almost seemed like somebody sniffed like a pixie stick.
It doesn't.
Aftermath, like most were like,
yeah, it doesn't feel good. It really hurts.
Yo, I'm relating this scenario like just like how they're. I mean, because we could both agree, NFL players, they live, pretty well. Like the checks that they're getting, it's like $1 million checks. I'm looking at this like Beverly Hills lifestyle and like Rikers Island, but a suburb. But a suburb though, like you still do shit. You still do fun shit, but it's just like you being watched by guards.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense,
right?
So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's almost like they want you to give in. Literally.
Let's see if any outbreak happens on the final week of the season and they're playing for a division title. What's going to happen then? Whether it's division title and also first week bye, number 1 overall seed, things like that. How will that all play out?
Bro, I can see that being, bro. If somebody, a playoff clinch,
I'm still wondering what's going to happen if you have a breakout during the playoffs.
Oh, bro. I think the city will answer that.
Because you can't do a forfeit then. You can't do a forfeit. There's no way.
Can't.
Or if you still do the forfeit, what happens if it gets to the Super Bowl and one team has an outbreak?
That'd be
now your rule is that team has to forfeit.
Yeah, that'd be embarrassing for the sport.
But are you going to bend the rule in the Super Bowl and go, well, we're just going to have to go on a 2-week delay because there's too much money riding on this?
I'm glad you brought that up because that's when you're going to notice, like, all right, is it for the money? Y'all still gonna play this shit?
I mean, it's the same rules got to apply during the postseason too.
The summing up for y'all, Maverick is saying keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. What you put out is what you put in. Hey, keep that same energy because I'm glad you said that. That is documented. I'm telling you. If y'all painting this narrative, keep that same energy when it gets January. Literally, because
Yeah, you can't. If you're going to go by that rule, I hope they have plans set up for that. If it gets to that point at the end, if you can't make it one way for one part of the season, then change the script to fit your needs at the end.
There's too many loopholes, bro. Like to get around. Like it's just. We can agree this COVID shit's unpredictable. You don't know when it's gonna pop up. It's just you wake up like, oh shit, I got COVID. And then you never. It's crazy. Like it just. I don't know. It just. What I will say, I just hope like for the NFL players, choose wisely on what you want to do, because like you're part of this business. Just picture Mike Brown like just sitting next to these players. Like
keep your bubble small.
That too. Don't be doing no extra shit. Because I think for the Bengals, I think we're over. I think the limit. I think the mark is 85%. Correct.
I want to say it's 80. I think it's 80. They want to have at least 80%.
Okay. I think.
And I know the Bengals are over.
Yeah, the Bengals over. Yeah, the Bengals over. I think there's other teams that's over too. They're like 90%. So it's just like I think like you said, 80 is the mark right here. That's like the limit. But yeah, I think we talked about this on the Stripe Chasers. Is it like when we talked about the Bills? Like, what are you gonna do if Josh Allen and Diggs was like, bro, the fuck? No. But it's just we're gonna have to see how this plays out. But it's gonna be interesting. The takes that you brought up was perfect. So it's just like we're gonna have to see if they keep that same energy, because there's gonna be a lot of frustrated teams out there if this just happens out of their control. Because that's what we've seen this since last year. It's just popping up. It's just like you just wake up like oh, like I got this rash. The fuck. And he's like, it's COVID. But I don't know, man. I just hope everybody remains safe. Just make the right decision, just so we can move forward. But I would hate to see people lose a playoff spot, a playoff game, a chance to make it to the playoffs in the last 40 years. So etc. Like like the list goes on, because with the NFL, just all sports, it's just a lot built up on it. So it's just. I don't know if this ain't the right way to do this. Really, to be honest, I don't know what right way to do it. I mean, they're allowing unvaccinated people to still be on the team, but again, like I said, you're either going to be in Beverly Hills, going to be with the vaccinated team. You get to go to the, the buffet and all that shit. Like wear the mask off and like do whatever shit you want to do. But the motherfuckers on the unvaccinated end that's living in Rikers Island, the suburb, like. You could do what you want, but motherfuckers is watching you close, very closely. Like they got it all on you, bro. Like they watching you. So we'll see how this plays out. But like I said, Mike Brown, they said the team is up above. So I just hope nothing happens. I hope nothing happens with us. To be honest,
right? I really hope it don't.
Besides the shit that we're used to with injuries, I hope this doesn't destroy
it. We have enough issues with that. I don't want anything added to it.
Because like I recall, like, for instance, I'll bring up this example. Wide receiver Des Bryant. He was due to play the Cowboys this past season in Baltimore. Warming up. Just warming up, doing his little thing, warming up. Got the beats on his head, just warming up. 2 minutes. 2 minutes before game time. Hey, Dev. Yeah. Hey, bro, you got COVID. The fuck? Out the game. Like, just out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. Like, you would think that would have, I don't know what the testing was that morning. Because I would expect you'll get tested the moment you come to the stadium, correct?
I would assume, or at least the day before with the rapid testing in that.
Either at 8 p.m. or before once you get to the stadium. That's the time frame I'm looking at. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit could be unpredictable, and it could change up the impact of the game. Especially, like, I'm not going to say Dez is a star player, but let's say if it was a star player, like let's say Jamar Chase. I'm not trying to put no jinx on him, but I'm just saying, like, let's say a star player got it, and then it'll fuck up the whole game plan, because you had the game plan You've been prepping this whole week for playing with Dez or playing with Chase the whole week, and then now you don't got Chase, and you got to put, let's say, Trent Irwin in, and then it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, but NFL, next man up. You can't just rely your whole game plan off one player.
That's what it goes into, the next man up. So it's just like the whole thing is tricky. Everybody is what we're trying to get to. So we'll see how this plays out. I can see I can see them even tweaking the rules if it gets out of hand. Eventually, at least by like week 7, if shit start popping off like crazy.
When major money's involved, money talks. That's
Exactly.
why I said with the Super Bowl or with the playoff game, what are you going to bend the rule, your own rule that you made to adapt to what's going on? Or are you going to stick to, well, we said this is what's going to happen and we got to go by this? Because you didn't say there has to be a Super Bowl. You just said the team has to forfeit. So if it comes to the Super Bowl, what are you going to do?
That would be embarrassing. That would go down in history. That'd be literally go down in history. Super Bowl was forfeited off of one case.
Well, they didn't say one case. They said if they had an outbreak.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at. Just one case, and it's just like, nope, nobody's on the field.
Yeah, no, they were saying if the team has an outbreak.
Oh, just the whole team has an outbreak. I mean, all right. I guess that's like percentage-wise. I'll say that's like 20%. Maybe.
But what's defined as an outbreak? That part I didn't catch. How many people have to have it for them to define it the team? I guess enough to cause you to miss a game. I guess I don't know.
I'll say 5, handful. 5 and 7. And that's before, it gets to like that outbreak word. I feel like if 5 people get it, I think 3 people get it, that would be a raise of eyes. Literally, raise the eyes. But we'll see how this shit plays out. Next topic we're going to get into the start of training camp, baby. And the back together Saturday. We'll just go with the back together Saturday. I mean, we already know how the training camp went, but we'll go to the back Saturday, back together Saturday from what we saw that day, this past Saturday, from Joe Burrow, the offense, defense, the special team. So let's start with Joe Burrow, man. What you see?
I loved everything that I saw. You know, I was watching how he was running around, how he was treating his leg. I didn't see him favoring it at all. He looked perfectly fine to me. Like we said earlier, he came back leaner. He was throwing, I mean, they were just straight darts, you know, and missile. He wasn't missing nothing. You know, all the passes looked nice. He had nice touch passes going. He had sharp passes going. There was a couple plays I see, you know, he kind of bootlegged out a little bit, you know, and he was running everything fine. I was happy with everything I saw.
I might just say the clip I saw that was surfacing on Twitter when, like you said, he broke out and did like a little, he ran through, and it was a dart, like literally perfect. That shit wasn't wobbling like the Nerf shit. It was a straight dart, literally. And I was like, okay.
The lame duck Jordan Palmer pass.
Yeah, we'll say that. Because he's been not tutoring, but
that's the thing. He's been kind of mentoring and coaching him. Yeah, that was kind of weird that he's the one that's been doing it.
Which is good, because like I said, like when I was looking at Joe Burrow, like I said, from the OTAs and looking at this, like I'm looking at facial expression and I'm looking like at his leg. And then like, you know, some people, they try to fight pain, like when they do something like soccer, you kick or throw, or tennis using your arms, you try to look for that aftermath, that
grimace look. Yeah.
Or like the blink of the eye. You try to pay attention, wiggle the nose, maybe like farted, I don't know, any type of shit. I'm just saying, man, like that's what I was looking for, but I didn't see none of that from Joe Burrow. So it's just like, he's ready. I'll say
if it wasn't for wearing the knee brace and knowing what happened, you would have never figured he was hurt in the first place, from what I saw.
That's the thing, yo. The recovery process was amazing to me, because I never seen somebody recover that quickly and then just back on their feet. I know he's young.
He's determined.
Yeah.
He's determined.
Chosen one, bro. There's only certain chosen ones, yo. Literally. That could like recover injuries like that fast. But
look at the NBA with Giannis.
Bro, I don't want
everybody thought that was it. He came back and the rest is history.
Anyway,
But hey, let's see if Burrow comes and does the same shit.
It's possible from what we saw, man. Like he seemed confident, man. Like it just nothing in him like was bothering. Just the way he was moving, and like I said, the defensive line was making him work. So it was like he was like cutting in and out of the holes, trying to find a gap for the opening, release. Nothing's like it bothered him. Like knee looked fine. It looked fine, Wasn't no Booby Miles shit. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that, man. But going into the offense, what did you like from what we saw on Saturday?
I liked everything that I saw. Like I said, Burrow, the way his throws are going, he was hitting everybody right on stride. I got a video, which I know you'll show, of Burrow hitting Chase deep. I seen him hit Higgins on a slant route.
Boyd on a slant too. They had Boyd on across the middle.
I was happy with everything that I saw. He was able to scramble around. He was able to hand the ball off to Mixon with no issues. And while the play was taken off to the right, he finished running off to the left. I didn't see no hesitations at all.
Did you notice his release time?
Yeah, he's been working on all his game mechanics and everything. Like I said, he came back. He's back on a mission.
To bring up what you told me about who's that? Maurice Daniels? Or who was it? That was the only
Mike Daniels?
Mike Daniels, sorry. Mike Daniels. Baby Aaron.
Yeah.
There it is. That's what that literally is kicking in on me right now. From what I saw on Saturday. Like they call it gunslinging. That's what he was doing, It was almost like Brett Favre, like, be honest. But he was slinging that shit.
So you're really sticking with the Green Bay references here.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Brett Favre, That's like one of my favorite quarterbacks, But he was slinging that shit, like literally. And I like what I saw from the offensive line. They looked great. Wide receivers, bro, like we're going to get into these three characters later, but the wide receivers looked amazing. What I was disappointed though, because we only saw one person getting the ball. It was only Drew Sample, but I was disappointed not seeing like more of CJ and Thaddeus Moss. Like we didn't really get a chance to see a lot of. I wanted to see what the tight ends are doing, but I don't know if they're just being extra blockers. But it's training camp, so like we'll see when the plays actually get together. We'll see what comes out. But that's all. I just wanted to see what the tight ends had to do, like what they had to bring it to the table. But we go into the defense. What did you like?
Oh, I loved everything I saw from the defense. Like you stated earlier, looked like they were covering the gaps well. I know they were covering the first string very well. When it came to the second string, there were several coverage sacks. There was I think there was almost 2 interceptions. I mean, they were ball hungry, and they knew exactly where they needed to be. And I liked everything I was seeing from that defense.
Hell yeah, bro! I told you from the beginning, that defense. I'm telling you, bro,
it's different this year.
It looks real different. Like I said, like I think the whole defense is new. Literally, like just if I'm going by position, I think like pretty much everybody like from the Marvin Lewis era is like pretty much gone.
So that secondary is going to look a lot different this year from last year. Now with Trey Wayans back, Eli Apple, you got
I forgot about Eli,
bro. Mike Hilton back there now. It's going to look a little bit different. Hopefully it's a better different.
I hope so. Because that's what like I'll get into like our full answer at the end. But yeah, the defense looks totally different this year compared to last year. We're going to special teams. What did you like? I mean, it's gonna be a short segment for the special teams, but punt return, what we saw Tyler Boyd getting punt returns. I thought I don't know if that's gonna be for real or that was just for
got to see your options. Remember years ago, that's where TJ Hushmanzada started, was punt returns, which he wasn't very great at because he fumbled them a few times and they came out much better at wide receiver.
But Maverick, what make me mad, bro, about him doing that is that, I mean, I know he's gone now and he didn't really contribute much, but it'd have been nice to see John Ross back there.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna say John Ross? He's another one that was made of glass.
Yeah, it'd have been nice to see John Ross back there catching the punt return. I think
speed is great, but if you can't get the horse out the gate, what's the point in the speed?
I bet that's all.
Why have a Lambo if you could never get it out of the garage?
That.
I mean, just saying, you know.
Thanks.
I wouldn't want to risk anything happening to Boyd on returns. And Darius Phillips, he's already proven he can take it to the house every time he gets the ball.
All right. All right, we got Darius Phillips. I mean, he did real growth. So who else would you put back there instead of Boyd?
Instead of Boyd?
If you had the choice, if you Zach Taylor.
I think he's going to make the squad. So that's why I'm going to say this. I would not mind seeing Chris Evans returning kickoffs.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I like thinking of Chris Evans and Darius Phillips back there.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I agree with that. Because I was sitting here thinking like, who the fuck would I put back?
The only other person I think I would put back there would be Chris Evans.
I think that'd be the smarter route instead of risking Tyler Boyd getting smacked by mistake or.
Because I think Chris Evans has got the speed and the running skills, to be able to take it to the house just like Phillips can.
Oh yeah. And I want to give him his flowers. Like, I apologize for the Michigan comment. Like, from what I saw, I'm glad you mentioned it, because like from what I saw from the OTAs going into training camp, he showed that he's going to fulfill that Gio Bernard role.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I feel like, at least from what I've seen. So like, I ain't gonna think we missed a beat with Gio being gone. I feel like he's going to fill in that place like perfect, and have him, if they think about it, put him on punt return or kick return. Oh yeah, him and Phillips on kick return. Yeah, I'm with that. And him on punt return. Oh yeah, I'm with that. Don't know who else will go back there. That got that type of speed. Because I know when Boyd's in open space, he's gone. He ain't catching.
Right.
Like, he hits that fourth gear, it's over. Literally, man. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
I mean, having the receivers we have, you have that flexibility to be able to use him there, but I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either. And then we saw the dual battle between Austin Syward, I think that's his name, and Evan McPherson, the kickers that we saw. I think the last one was like from maybe 50 yards, I think, or maybe 48. I don't know what it was, but it was battling. It was nice to see that.
Right.
Because I was telling you, I was sitting next to you. I was like, bro, I'm glad we got this together, because that shit was embarrassing. That we was a laughing stock of the NFL, that missing extra points and missing like just basic ass field goals inside like the 30. I mean, the 40, I mean, like, okay, every now and then, like, depending on what the percentage is, if there's wind blowing, birds chirping, etc. Like, it's just like, bro, it was just embarrassing. I'm just glad we fulfilled. Like, I'm just glad Zach Taylor is filled the holes that we need. That was very important that we needed. So we're not the laughing stock in NFL.
I could already tell you now, McPherson's going to be our kicker,
bro.
What we saw when they were going back and forth on their kicks.
Yes.
Grant, he missed a 60-yarder, but he had the distance, and it just happened to go wide left. Siebert, I have a feeling as soon as he kicked that, he probably just went, I just kicked myself out of a job. Besides being wide right, it fell short and fell, I think, at like the 10-yard line.
Bro, all I heard
somewhere around there.
With everybody there in attendance and seeing that, like, it was like, ah! You just heard that Looney Tune.
Duck hunt. You seen the duck going up and it went, yeah.
And then it was McPherson's turn, and like you just heard the standing ovation. And I was like, damn, like I know his.
Oh, he's got the boot.
Oh yeah, he do. I mean, he showed it on the highlight tape. The dude hit a Gatorade cap off the damn top.
Right.
Who does that, bro?
All I can say is anybody that wants to doubt any kickers, just look what Justin Tucker's done for Baltimore. Enough said. Enough said.
I agree. What was the other guy named? Like Jake Elliott?
Yeah, that's who we drafted a couple years ago and turned right around and released him.
They was
Then let him sign with Philly and turn right out the gate, making crucial field goals and winning a Super Bowl ring.
Bengals was drinking bourbon that night. Straight bourbon, no ice. That was going, bro. But yeah, man, that was on that. One person I do want to bring up that I forgot to bring up earlier since we're still on the roster. Brandon Allen, bro. From what we saw Saturday and basically seeing in person, for me, I'm not confident in him being a second string quarterback. I don't know about anybody listening or watching this right now on YouTube, but I'm not confident. Like if Joe Burrow, I'm not jinxing nobody, but I'm just saying we have to be in reality with this shit. Let's say we start off 6-1 and then something crazy happens. This guy comes in. From what I saw on Saturday in the OTAs and training camp, bro, it don't seem like he progressed. It don't seem like he progressed on decision making, his awareness, ball protection. It seemed, I don't know, bro. I'm not confident. I'm
not either.
I want to look outside, who we could bring in, but I mean, we brought up the names earlier. I mean, you got Blake Bortles, and I think I said you could bring back Andy Dalton, but I think he's gonna be staying at the Bears. I don't see them coming back here. RG3, but he hasn't played. Fucking Colin Kaepernick, he hasn't played. Matt Flynn, you can name a whole bunch of names. Rex Grossman, anybody. If you can name anybody, it's just it'd be nice to get a solid veteran, but it's just
there's one person I will say with that.
Go ahead.
I believe I'm pretty sure he was released and he's still a free agent, and that's Alex Smith.
Oh, but I think he retired though.
Did he end up retiring?
I think he announced his retirement, bro.
Okay. Well, then
that don't mean nothing, man. Brett Favre came back.
A lot of them come back.
Brett Favre
Rob Gronkowski retired too. He came back.
Rob came back. But man,
the offense gets very stagnant when he's in. But he's going to be the second string because he already knows the system and also experience. He has the most experience. You can combine every quarterback we got, and he still has more experience than they did.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what he has to do. Like I said, besides doing the traditional Allen Iverson practice.
I would have preferred they kept Finley.
Yeah.
Over Allen, but
I'm glad you didn't say Matt Barkley. I ought to turn this shit off.
No.
I ought to turn this stream completely off. I'm Matt Barkley,
he wasn't. He didn't even pop into my head at all. I wasn't even a fan of his when he was at USC.
Yeah, Abercrombie model, bro. Yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch model, man. No way. No way in hell, bro. No way in hell, man. That's all. Just we'll see, man. I'm just not confident in Brandon Allen. I don't know what they got to do, but they literally have to prep him you're the only one type shit. If that makes sense. They have to literally mentally prep him for the time. If it does happen,
he showed flashes last year. The game against Houston, he did really well. I couldn't even tell it was him on the field.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's all they can do is run. He couldn't get the passes really there, and the offense just stalls.
He was too hesitant. It was just he won't just let it fly. He just oh shit, oh shit, and then he holds it too long. Here comes Sam, here comes Kareem. Oh, and he just throws the ball in the air or some goofy shit. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm not trying to make fun of him. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it's just I need to believe in you, bro. And I'm not there yet. I'm just not there. Last year, I was letting that shit slide because, like I said earlier, we're still in the incline on rebuilding. So it's just now it's the time. Bengal fans can't handle no fuck shit right now. Right now, this is it. It's just from the attendance I seen on Saturday, and if we go 6-1 and the roar is howling in the city, and we come down to playing Pittsburgh or playing the Ravens on week 8, week 9. Oh no, I'm just saying shit. But just week 9 or whatever, week 8, week 9. And it's just like we go into that game and it's just like we're going with him, and it's just like, yo, you have to be like, I don't know, gotta be that guy somehow, bro. You just gotta let it fly. Can't be, I mean, yeah, you can be afraid to make mistakes, but just be confident in the mistakes.
There'll be plenty of weapons around. There's no excuses.
Yeah, you can just throw it up. From what I saw on Saturday, bro, just throw it up, bro. These dudes, we'll get into it later, but yeah, like these dudes, matter of fact, no, we're on the topic now. But these dudes, like, amazing, bro. Amazing. I can't, it's just like, it's too much excitement right now, bro. Like, it just, y'all see my reaction. Y'all look at Maverick's face, like, we is happy, right? We is slap happy from what we saw, and I'm sure everybody else is a Bengals fan. Like, they're slap happy about this year. Like, it's like we both all feel like this is the year.
Look at the turnout that was there for just practice. That's all it was, practice.
I want to know how much money was spent in the concession stands, baby.
Right.
The inflation is up, people. Yo, I paid $8 for a life water to be attendance in that match. I paid $8, bro. We was down there with JB, XRP Peters. Yo, I
had to get me my cup.
I still got the VIP wristband, baby.
There you go.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, like, and I'm sure all you do still have it on too. Yeah, you got the hat. Bro, my hat's over here somewhere.
Again, a shout out. Thanks, JB, for this.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, JB. Man. Friend of the show. Shouts out to JB, man. But yeah, man. But if we could go into the offensive line starting projections, who do you think will be starting on offensive line?
Okie dokie.
From everything we saw.
From the offensive line, Trey Hopkins was originally the starter. He's still out recovering from his injury. So I hate to say by default, but Billy Price is going to be the starter for now. And to me, it's his job to lose if they perform well. Mm-hmm. I think Xavier Su'a-Filo, he's going to be the right guard. I think he's a lock there. Obviously, we know that, excuse me, Riley Rife is going to be right tackle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You already know that, I think here.
How many you name, like 4?
I mean, Jonah Williams is the lock at left tackle. I still think it's going to be Jackson Carman is going to start at the left guard.
You still think so?
I mean, it could still be Quentin Spain.
That's a bad idea. I had Quentin Spain on there.
I still think it's going to be Carman.
Okay.
I don't see it going any other way other than Carman.
And the thing is, if it is Carman, it's because he'd be more like younger, faster, you know. I think he's kind of like he's more like a Ford Bronco, like more wide.
I mean, Carman's more of an offensive tackle, but you know, he was the left tackle for Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 quarterback from this past draft. You know, evidence is right there.
I agree. And Jonah, he gained some weight, bro. He added like 10 pounds. They said, I think it will help him, bro. Like, I mean. Oh, yeah, Williams bulked up too. He bulked up. I was like, because I think you pointed it out. I was like, God damn, like, it was bigger in person. Almost.
They all bulked up. Man. Frank Pollock's going to get those guys in gear, man.
Yeah. That's, yo.
To me, that was the biggest offseason acquisition is getting him back.
You would have felt like he was a player, right?
Right. Right. I was so excited when we got him back because I was so pissed off when we let him walk.
Bro.
And the way that offensive line played last year is like, you just proved my point.
Yeah. I think a couple people, like, they noticed the difference with him being in. It's like I was saying earlier, it goes along with that sense of urgency, the different level of intensity, the discipline, all that. It's literally all the above. Like literally, bro, like everything you need to have your offensive line ready and prepared. This dude brings it to the table. He ain't put him in no bullshit. I think I told you at the training camp, he's on that Old Testament Bible. You need that Bible in that office. You need that you need that Book of Eli in the Bible, bro. You need that. You need that, and that's what he brings to the table. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, I literally, it's almost like he told them, like, y'all either guard Joe Burrow or I'm on y'all last immediately.
Franchises right there.
Literally, bro. Because, like, I mean, yeah, Joe. Like I said, I'm excited to see all this too. But that was the person I wanted to bring up was Frank Polak, and like he killed that shit. He got them dudes prepared, and along with this, man, with the Bengals this season, they are expected to be at full capacity this year. Hopefully, literally.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I really hope. Anybody you excited to see this year, man? Like any certain players?
I mean, overall, I'm excited to see all of them, but obviously the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase connection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd really like to see what Chris Evans can do out there, but more importantly, I want to see Joe Mixon just tear it up this year. Defense is being very focused on the wide receivers, and Joe Mixon just makes them pay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I expect, and that's what I was going to go into. Like basically, like who you thought that was like on thin ice at this point that needs to make this 53 roster, bro. For me, man, like I told you at work today, like I feel like Sample is on the clock. For me, just for me. Sample's on the clock. I haven't seen anything from him since we picked him up. Like, I haven't really seen it because he's supposed to have been like the Tyler Eifert, like from what I was understanding, he wasn't like Tyler Eifert.
No, he was not like Tyler Eifert.
But I'm gonna say the results wasn't
right. He was more average all the way around tight end. Besides catching, what he mainly was really good at is blocking and things like that, but he can still catch and everything. He's not like Tyler Eifert level as far as that, but his blocking is really up there. And then Uzama really showed what he was capable of doing last year before he was injured.
Right.
And then we got to still see what Moss can do.
Mm-hmm.
We know he did in college. Can he do it here?
Yeah, I'm about to say. And you got the quarterback too, so like I just wish we saw more of, but we didn't really get a chance to see it. That's what was kind of disappointing. But I mean, we'll see, bro. Who do you think is going to have the best season for offense and defense? You can pick one player for each. That's fine.
Well, for offense, I'm going to say Joe Burrow because I expect him. The reason even though he's the quarterback, obviously everything goes through him. But
I agree.
The fact that he got hurt last year and everything, now you know he gets a full season. You'll see what stats that he puts up.
Mm-hmm. I'll add Joe Mixon on that too, like you were saying. Like,
yeah.
Like I was telling you guys on maybe the second episode, I expect him to get like Christian McCaffrey like numbers. I expect that, from all-purpose yards, all-purpose.
Because he can do it all.
Yeah, I expect it, You got the three powerful wide receivers, and then you got Joe Mixon in the back. And if everybody is stretching the field, who you gonna throw it to? You either got Joe Burrow right here. I mean, you got Joe Mixon right here, or you got CJ, you got Thaddeus across the middle. But mainly, this is going to give you the yards, all the yards you need right here. Defense, who you think?
I mean, he already was breaking out last year, Sam Hubbard.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a tough one for me to say. I'll have to get back to you on that.
A lot of people could break out on that defense. I'm not even lying to you, bro.
I'm really looking forward to seeing with Joseph Asai.
Okay, that Mike Hilton, I'm putting on that list. Jesse Bates.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I'm rolling with right there.
Right.
Especially Jesse Bates, I think Jesse Bates will be. You don't even know who Reggie Nelson was, bro.
Oh, I think you're already kind of feeling that now. He's already one of the top safeties in the league.
Nobody's gonna know who Reggie Nelson was, man. And you be like, who's Reggie Nelson? It don't matter. It don't matter. Jesse Bates, just look at Jesse Bates, man. Like
he's the leader of that defense.
Yeah, he's the leader of that defense. But at that time, before that, like I said, Reggie Nelson, like he was that guy.
I loved watching him play.
Perfect. What else we got on here, man? You feel like it's possible for the Bengals to have 3,000-yard wide receivers this year? Think it's possible for AJ, Jamar Chase, Higgins, Boyd?
It's possible. Absolutely, it's possible. Anything's possible, especially at those three receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He does like to spread the ball around. Yeah, I see him. I could see easily all three getting 1,000. It's still going to be a tough stretch, but Uzama was getting his numbers up there too last year before he got hurt. So it's, again, possibilities are endless. Mixon's going to have plenty of receiving yards too. I guess
I'm with you.
There's so many weapons, man.
It is, yeah. It is. I mean, I'm with you. It's possible for it to happen. Do I think it will happen this year? Maybe not, but down the road, a very possibility. Huge possibility. But if it happens this year, I don't got nothing else to say. I really don't. But if you could pick 3 wide receivers to match this trio, who would it be?
I'm going to stick with the Bengals theme, and it would be Chad Johnson, TJ Houshmandzadeh, and Chris Henry. That offense was a nasty, nasty offense.
Maverick,
I mean, that was, yeah, that, like I said, I get straight vibes, it's reincarnated again.
It is.
They had Rudy Johnson in the backfield. We got Joe Mixon now in the backfield. You had Carson Palmer. You got Joe Burrow. It's all there. It's all there.
It is, yeah. It's all there.
This team, they might break every offensive record for the franchise this year. That's how I feel. And this is only year 1 with them all.
I know. That's the thing. It's only year 1. So just picture just the developmental process. If they could keep this team around 4 years, at least, minimum. If they could keep everybody in that contract for 4 years,
right.
Like it's sky's the limit, like you were saying, bro.
I don't want a repeat of Marvin Lewis-Jones and Mohamed Sanu and AJ Green. You had that nice trio. You didn't let it last long before you started letting pieces go away. Keep this group together.
Yep. It's interesting you brought up the names because a lot of people was relating it sort of to that trio. AJ, Sanu, Marvin Jones. Some people was relating it to that
right.
Trio, but I was like,
yeah, the potential was there, but you didn't let it last long enough to really see what it could get to. And no offense to Dalton, I don't mean no disrespect, but he's no Joe Burrow and he was no Carson Palmer pre-knee injury.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I state that.
I'm glad you said that, low key. Because I'm really glad you said that because here in Ohio, I mean, not in Ohio, but just in like just this downtown area, there's a lot of Dalton lovers. Like, they was heavily supporting Dalton, even with the bullshit that was going on. But I mean, yeah, I'm with you.
I was.
He was a heavy Dalton supporter. I mean,
I never said he was above average, but he was a good enough quarterback to get it done, but you needed the weapons around him to do it. He couldn't make the receivers.
Yeah.
But as long as you had the weapons there, he could do it.
Yeah, he could do it. He could put some zip on there, Because I think the year where it might have been, that might have been Hugh Jackson's last year when we beat Seattle early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Dalton scored that crazy ass touchdown. He somehow caught it over the cornerback and did one of these.
Everyone, so many people want to, put Dalton down. We made the playoffs for 5 straight years with Dalton at quarterback. It wasn't, there's a reason.
But AJ almost got it, bro. Can't forget that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
AJ McCarron almost got that shit. What else we got on here? Oh, I want to bring up one more clip, man. Since you brought him up, CJ Uzma. It's Uzma? I don't know. I want to say
Uzama.
Yeah. But he spoke today, man. Tune in. Hold on.
I'm gonna say this too. Do I believe that? Hell yes, 100%. Yeah, that's if you don't believe that in our locker room, then you shouldn't be in our locker room. Because the pieces that we have, the way that we've been practicing, the way we're lining up, both sides, all three phases. Special teams, we got a long way to go for sure. Darren's gonna get after us. Offense and defensively the same, but with what we've got and what we've shown each other that we've got, there's no reason why everything that I said shouldn't come true. Now, does that put more pressure on us? 100%. Talked to coach right afterwards, and he was like, "Oh, nice, a lot of pressure." And I was like, "Hey," the first thing I said was, "Pressure makes diamonds, and diamonds are all rings. So we got to get a ring." He kind of liked that. I'm gonna coin that TM. But yeah, why not? Legitimately, why not? Being able to. And I know I've talked to, I don't know how many of you were in the meeting where I was talking about Chelsea, but their mantra was, "Why not us? Why not us?" We've got the pieces. We've gone out. We've got coaches that are telling us what to do. We've got guys that have been in the system for long enough now to know exactly how to do things. We just got to go out there and do what we need to do, day in, day out, week in, week out, game in, and the sky's the limit for this team.
CJ, you always gotta have to convince yourself that. I imagine as a pro athlete, every year that you have a chance, otherwise, why are you showing up?
Exactly.
Do you sense though the expectations are different inside the building right now?
Yeah, I don't think we're not seeing it really as an expectation though, is the thing, which I think is helping with the mental aspect, right? Like expectations, if you have that, then obviously I expect to be a Pro Bowl tight end every single year. That is my goal for myself, because I know that if I do that, then that's helping the team for the most part, right? Like usually there's not a whole lot of just really good players that are just like, "Oh, I'm the best ever," like boom, and then your team sucks. It happens, but that is the goal of every single player. But when you have too many expectations as a team, it kind of weighs you down. Oh man, if we don't put up 60, then what are we doing out here? No, that's not the case. We just know in our head, we're confident in ourselves. Like, all right, nice.
Hell yeah, man. That's CJ Huseman, bro. Basically, if you don't believe in this team, keep your ass at home. Pretty much what he was saying, bro. Like in a nutshell, yo. If you don't believe in this roster, keep your ass at home. Like literally, bro. Like we don't need none of that negative energy. We don't need none of that. You dragging that playoff loss all the way up over here to 2021. We don't need you. We don't need ESPN dragging that this way. ABC, nobody. If you don't believe in this roster, stay home, bro. Literally. Or, they're taking applications up the street at Cleveland Browns. They taking applications next door at the Colts. They taking applications in the Northeast and Schittsburg. They taking applications everywhere, bro. But don't bring that negativity here, man. That's where I'm with it. So when I come to this situation with the season record predictions, bro, I know you said you don't know yet. Correct?
Correct.
All right. I'll just go to mine. And I'm going to walk through this. And people can call me crazy. I don't give a damn.
I'm going to say at least 8 wins. I'll say that.
8. All right. You're going to go realistic. I'm just go fantasy. I'm going to talk fantasy. All right. Week 1, we got the Vikings. I got W. Definitely a W on that. Week 2, Bears. Dalton. I got another win. Steelers. I got another win. Jaguars on week 4. I got another win. Packers. I got another win. And the Lions, I got another one. I got 6-0 starting now. Here we go to the other half. Ravens, that's the first loss. Week 7. Week 8 against the Jets, I got another win. The Browns, I got a loss. And then the Bengals versus the Raiders, I got another win. Steelers, I got another win. Chargers, I got another win. 49ers, win. Broncos, win. Chiefs, that date circled, lost, and Browns win. So I think I got that like at 14-3. On a fantasy standpoint. Fantasy. I'm pipe dreaming. So
I think this team could get there, but not that soon.
Let's just like I said, just bear with me. I'm pipe dreaming. But realistically, for me, like if I go realistic, I'll say it'd be I'll say a 10. I'll say they'll get to 10 wins.
That's why I said I'll say minimum 8 as of right now. I want to see it, the full product on the field in the preseason.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say, but that Chiefs game will be circled. That'll bring me back memories from the Peter Warwick, Chad Johnson day. If it goes to that game, how like if it was a fantasy standpoint, that game might get switched to prime time if it comes to a seeding process for the playoff.
I'll say potential that I see right now, I could really see 12-5 realistically.
Okay. I'm with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that because I think that might be like what, maybe 3rd or 4th seed, possibly, maybe. Depending on how they got it shaped out, but it's possible. Hey, you sneeze, bro?
Cough, man, my bad. Throat's a little dry.
My leg COVID.
Dang, I had to forfeit.
Oh man, I was messing with you, bro. But yeah, I'm with you on that. You said 12 and 5.
Right.
I'm with you on that. But on the pipe dream standpoint, I'm going 14. I'm going high. But yeah, we will see, man. Other thing that's going on, I think the defensive end Cam Sample came off the PUP list, and people don't know what the PUP list is. It's physically unable to perform. Some people don't know what that means. But other than that, the Bengals, they announced the inaugural Ring of Honor class. Ken Anderson and Ken Riley would join Paul Brown and Anthony Munoz. That's how you say his last name?
Munoz, yep.
Munoz. Yeah, and the Ring of Honor introduction ceremony will take place during halftime on September 30th. Me and Maverick will be there, and the rest of the Stripe gang will be there.
Yes, sir.
Jaguars. That's it. Like 8:30.
Yep.
On the September 30th, we'll be there. Finish off this sentence, man. The Bengals will have to do what to have a successful season this year?
The Bengals have to what?
Yeah, the Bengals have to do what to have a successful season?
Stay healthy. That's what all boils down for me. Stay healthy.
Okay.
The potential's there. They just as long as they can stay healthy, I don't see nothing stopping them. Stay healthy and play smart.
What I will say,
don't beat yourself.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Definitely that last one. Because with my answers, I feel like they got to do better with time management. There's definitely been times that we've seen they have, let's say it would be like 17-13 with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They somehow messed that up.
Timeout management. Timeout management.
Yeah, time management has been an issue the last 3 to 4 years, I feel like. Time management. Also, better offensive play calls in the red zone. In the red zone. I don't want to see Joe Burrow throwing that shit on first and goal if they on the 3. You got Joe Mixon back there, bro, running. And that was my next one. Feed Mixon the ball immediately. There's nothing else to be said. Feed Mixon the ball, protect Burrow, and lastly, no huddle. They need I've noticed
speed up that offense, high tempo.
Yep, because the year that you brought up Chris Henry and all them, they were running that no huddle offense, and they was excelling at that. If you bring that no huddle offense to this offense, oh, bro, 14-3. Bring that no huddle offense, bro. Like, especially you get on our zone, like you get across the midfield, definitely no huddle. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. But yeah, man, that's what I got on that. Yeah, that's what I got on my list. And the defense, create turnovers easily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I already explained that they're covering, they're more faster, more aggressive. They're on the ball hawk mentality. As long as they create turnovers, especially in great field position for the offense to excel on the other end. Oh yeah, the game 14-3. Like I said, it's possible. It's definitely possible. What else I got on here, man? Anybody else you want to see, like Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt? Anybody excited you ready to see? Any team members you want to see to excel this year? I mean, Logan Wilson, I'll say, yeah. But
besides the easy answer, all of them.
yeah, Logan Wilson. I mean, we didn't get a chance to see Trey Waynes. I mean, that'd be a nice one to see break out this year too. That cornerback. I mean, the DB depth chart is crazy. I'm looking at it. That's gonna be interesting to see. Got Trey Waynes, Mike Hilton. Oh yeah, bro. And we'll see. We'll definitely see. But other than that, like, what else I got on here, man? I mean, yeah. Yeah, other than that, we got other NFL news, man. We're gonna close this out, man. I think that's all the topics we got for y'all. In other NFL news, what do we got? For the next door neighbors, Carson Wentz is out 5 to 12 weeks with an injury. Foot injury. Might got to get first surgery. We talked about this earlier. They might as well pull the plug on this.
He done. He's too injury prone. Like I said, they're talking already. The Colts might be going after Gardner Minshew from Jacksonville.
Yeah,
if they're smart, they would.
It's a wrap on that. It's definitely a wrap on that. Other news, like little quick takes. University of Louisville is about to make a Lamar Jackson statue outside the stadium. That's impressive. So yeah, shouts out to him on that. And otherwise, yeah, man, that's all we got for y'all today, man. That was episode 3, Stripe Academy. Let me give a little quick little shout outs before we get out of here, man. I forgot to take notice on some people, man. We got Columbus. Shouts out to Columbus. Shouts out to Amelia, Ashland, Dayton, Urbana, Springfield. That was in the state of Ohio. Going to the state of Pennsylvania. Shouts out to Philadelphia, Clark, Summit. Shouts out to those 2 cities. Going into Texas. Shouts out to Dallas, Austin, and Houston. Going to the state of Virginia. Shouts out to Washington, Arlington. Washington. Shouts out to Seattle. Going to Colorado. Shouts out to Denver. And shouts out to, in California, shouts out to Rancho Cordova. This is crazy. In District Columbia, shouts out to Washington. United Kingdom, shouts out to England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Shouts out to y'all. Canada, shouts out to Nova Scotia. Germany, shouts out to, I think it's a Hesse. And also shouts out to Uganda, everybody, man. Shouts out to all the supporters, man. Keep supporting. Share with your friends, family members, co-workers, bosses, a stranger, and whoever. Share with anybody, man. It's a growing podcast, man. That's all we got for y'all today, man. It's episode 3 to Stripe Academy. I'm your man, Ray Summers. You can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. It is just Ray Summers _4. You can also catch us on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe on that. Also, you could listen to us on the audio. We're on Google Podcasts, Anchor, Apple, and Spotify and RadioPublic. If you want to tune in on that. But other than that, we love y'all. Give y'all a hoo-day.
Hoo-day.
We love y'all, baby. We out. Salute.
Peace.